without any further ado, let's proceed into the next match. It's Genesis versus Revival with the commentary. It's going to be Leaf and Findable Carpet. Take it away, guys.
I'm still loving today. Even just watching, this is so exciting. Everyone in the chat is loving it. This is an exciting RLCS moment, having all of these crazy things going on.
I saw Twitter. I saw those little tweets in the bottom and the little scroll bar. Everyone's super excited to watch Rumble matches, just as excited as we are.
Yep.
I saw a couple tweets about the ridiculous noises that come out of my mouth when fun things happen in Rumble. But we have a double goal and Octagon, the exact two maps I actually just casted. So maybe I have a little more knowledge after watching what I got to see in that very first series. This is the last team to try and make it into the semifinals, though. So we have two teams. This is quarters. Trying to make it to the semis. They're going to see who actually gets to go up against who was it? Just man, I'm drawing a blank. Mayhem.
This is the Rumble. This is the mid-season Mayhem. This is going to be great. Coming up, Genesis Revival, as they just said on the desk. Again, this is not the standard stuff we'll see generally in the RLCS. We got double goal. This one you'll definitely not see in league play.
Hopefully soon enough.
Oh, it'll be great. I'm excited for all of these to be in rotation eventually, but for now, this is our little taste of it. As you get to see the pros and their strats on here. And there's one thing on this map I haven't seen yet, and it's that midfield passing to utilize and confuse the defenders with those two goals. Did it with Kronovi once, and it's one of the most amazing things to do on this map.
It is difficult to do. You definitely are going to see teams trying to expect that, especially if you see a player setting up on the opposite side of the field. You're like, all right, well, what's he going to do? But the best part is you can use it as just a giant mind game. Set someone up on the other side of the field, make it look like a pass, and then just take the shot yourself.
Absolutely. Hopefully we'll see some of those come out between these two in game number one on double goal, as both teams try to find the back of the net. In the first minute at gameplay, neither one succeeding in that so far. Classics with Pluto there, trying to get a play started up here. Pluto pulling in it behind. There's a shot off the backboard. Pluto just trying to keep it alive in the corner. That corner does allow that ball to wrap around. We saw it earlier in the day, how easy it can wrap around in the net. As a defender, you have to be careful about that. With Geno Cap having trouble getting out of their own end. They've been stuck on defense for quite some time here on double goal.
Classic sitting back, not usually what he does. He likes to contest almost everything, as you see right there. Very good at reading the balls, very good at reading what the opponents are trying to do with it.
Good stuff out there from Geno Cap, but no second touch there. Maybe expecting Pluto to get the touch. Trying to get that rolled around in front. Out to Hot Wheel Sid off the backboard. Another one off the backboard. No finish there from Revival at all, and now Genesis has a chance. Espeon just has to carry it in, just off the post, no finish. Pluto finally finding the back of the net on that one. Both teams having opportunities, but Pluto being the one to succeed.
Espeon trying to get that cut last second. He saw Chrome and Hot Wheels Sid just pounding down pressure on him, but Pluto thankfully following through. We see all of Revival trying to save that from Espeon, assuming he'd put it in, but the miss actually messed up everyone.
First goal in there now for Genesis. In game number one, we'll see if Revival can pull it back. They've been stuck in their own end for quite some time here. Finally breaking it here. A shot on target, but that's going to be to the side as Classics rolls it around that wall nice and beautifully. It's one thing it can roll into the net, but it's nice to be able to use that wall to roll it right back down to midfield. Shot potential from a Hot Wheel. Misses, going for that far goal. It was a little bit too wide, could have connected. They needed that to tie that one up. Now they're stuck back on the back heel here. Rob's in front of the net, all three of them in the same spot. A pass to the other net would have been a goal as they were all clumped on the right side net there. None of those strats being used yet. Midfield, both teams trying to get control and put a play on.
It's interesting, whenever you are headed straight on towards both nets, you're actually shooting from a wide angle because the nets are angled outwards. So you see a lot of teams trying to set it up towards the corner, but then it makes it easier to save.
Oh, there's Classics. Gonna get a side on that one. Get a side on that one and put a second one in for their team.
Perfect pop following through Pluto, trying to keep that pressure up, and then it acts. Hot Wheel Sid trying to stop Pluto from cutting that in, but he actually hits it off that back wall, setting it up perfect for Classics.
Well, that's what you're just saying. With that angle, putting it and popping it straight back out to midfield actually sets it up directly for a shot onto one of those goals on your end. Because of the angle they're sitting at. 2 goals need to come back for Revival here. 2 minutes left. Very possible. This could be an opportunity here if Hot Wheel Sid can drop it down. Gets pushed to the side there by Classics. An Espeon shot by Geno, stopped out by Pluto in the corner. Lack of pressure here, but Sid does get a shot on. Easy stop, 2 defenders. Pluto trying to get that one over to Classics, but a little bit of a weird touch sets him back onto defense. As Hot Wheel tries to take advantage, Espeon comes in through the goals and gets a save on that one. Back to midfield they go, and Revival's going to have to try again.
But I like, oh, Chrome!
Finds the corner. Chrome just follows through on that one.
Chrome getting the solo play, popping really good, just patiently waiting for that power hit as soon as it bounces off the ground, and then goes completely unanswered off the backboard, or whatever we would call it in double goal. Comes right down in front of him. I was going to say, I like that you can kind of overcommit safely on this map. It's such a long map. You rarely get hard clears that come right down the middle.
It's true. It definitely favors the offense. Any hit into the corner is likely to set you up for a shot in front of Linus because of the angles on them. You're absolutely right. Hot Wheel sitting now with a chance to put that in. Pluto wondering which net he should go for. The chance to put that to the far net. Goes for the close one instead. And the Espeon and Pluto ready to move out. Classics is going to help out. Already in position. This is that roll around I'm talking about, but Chrome going to follow that through himself. 1 minute remaining. Only one goal down. This could be their chance here as they break forward. Only Pluto in net. Now Classics does make his way from that far side. Able to pull through. Touch up, though. Still in front of the net. Dangerous spot here. Still for Genesis, but way back is that third in for Revival. Geno Cop way too late to that one's going to give an opportunity for Genesis to move in. What is going on? Hot Wheel Sid. If you can do that on the other end, do that. Almost putting it in their own net. 3,000 touches off their own backboard there. Classics and Espeon keeping the pressure on. Breakout chance here, but weird pop-ups puts that possession out of the hands of Revival. With 17 seconds left. They need a goal right now. They need a chance to break out, but they're in a bad spot. Pluto puts it on target. Espeon tries to put it in, but pops it a little bit too high. Chance now for Chrome Genocop to move it up. Hot Wheel bringing up the rear. There's a chance. Shot just off the post. One more chance right here unless that touches the ground. This is still alive, but no support from his teammates. And that's going to go down onto Chrome. Pluto being a nuisance, trying to at least get one more or put it on the ground, and they do it. And Genesis is going to be able to take game number 1 on double goal in this best of 5.
Valiant effort from Revival at the very end. We saw great passing play resulting in a shot that came just a little outside of the net. The passing plays, I'm actually really enjoying what these non-standard maps are doing. Like they're promoting open play. You see how much larger and wider these maps are. There's a lot more room for them to kind of spread out. You don't bump into your opponents as much. They try and contest, but on a standard map, it's a little more narrow, so they can cover a lot more of an area. You can get a lot more counter clears. But this, you see a lot more like possession maintaining. As you progress on the other side, you don't get counter clears as much because you have so much field to hit it to where you know no one's going to be.
Well, and again, we talk about those those curved walls and how great it is for being on offense. You look at the goal count right now is 12 and 13 between these two teams. Like insane amount of shots on double goal. Just really, really favors the offense. And it seemed for Revival they couldn't push onto offense enough. Even with a lot of shots, they just seem to be on the back hill a lot. But we're going to go into Octagon and see if that'll change the way they play.
Octagon, another wide map, a similar play style you're going to see, but it does promote a lot of passing play. Last time we saw a lot of really good, just noticing where your teammates are, putting it up that's really approachable and really obtainable from a teammate. I like what it does. I really do. I'm hoping that people are going to start trying to get some more of these in standard play. I mean, you guys know my opinion on it. I've said it a few times. Subtle suggestions from Captain Daddy.
From Captain Daddy himself. I wish I had a cool hat like that. But I don't. So I'm just going to yell at Carball here as we get into game number 2. Genesis versus Revival. First one going to Genesis on that double goal. Now we're on Octagon, as you said, very, very wide playing field around that midline. Opportune for a lot of passing plays. Hopefully confuse that defense. See if the first goal can come out of here. Pluto tries to force a pass. Still a chance here. Classics waiting as Geno and Chrome try to figure their lives out here. They finally do sort it out. Move back down to the midfield. Far right side. Shot there from Hot Wheel Sid. Is going to get stopped out by Classics. Very, very widespread on both sides here. In front of the net, though, Classics has a chance if he wins out on Chrome. Tries to get the read, but a little bit too late on the recorrection. That will send back down into Genesis end. Pluto trying to force that through. No team getting a real solid shot yet on net. Still trying to break into that offense and get a play really started up. Both teams doing a very good job of breaking up any of these plays before they make it into the slot there. But we do have Genesis looking out for each other.
You see wide rotations from these players because with a map this large, you really have to be careful of your boost. It's really easy to just not have enough to make it across the map because there's so much distance to cover.
No, you're absolutely right. There are no big boosts, 100% boosts in the middle of the field at all. If you're caught on the outside without boost, there's nothing around, you're out of position for a very long time. You're absolutely right. That's something he needs to watch out for. But these are the pros. They know what they're doing. They seem to be fine for boost. So far, it's the shots that they can't seem to find and connect with here. Almost an opportunity there, but Hot Wheels sit in a good rotation. It keeps that at midfield. Touch from Geno Kopp on the backboard there, right over to Chrome. They try to move up the field. In a bit of a line here. No offensive pressure from them. Will be tossed out by Classics. Espeon ready to set up a play with him, but Chrome already back. This ping pong going on right now. Pluto finally finds the back of the net though, and here they go. First goal on after 2 minutes of gameplay.
Catching Hot Wheels sit in a bad place. He didn't go back to net, it bounced right around him. He tried to get his car in the way, so close to being able to push that to the side. As I said earlier in Octagon, if you push it to the side, it's not going to really bounce back towards mid, so it would have bought his team enough time to come back, but it went just around his car.
What's really difficult about that too is where the corner is and how close it is to the goalpost. That could have gone off a corner too, and maybe that's what he was expecting, to be able to roll it back out by being that far out. But either way, it didn't work out for him. Just like that, almost worked out for him to put one in, but they're still down a goal. 1-0, the lead for Genesis right now on Octagon. In this mid-season mayhem, Espeon Classics trying to combine their forces for a shot there. It'll work out in their favor. Pluto will bring up the rear. Classics ready for something to cross into the net. Espeon there for a shot off the backboard. Classics with the finish, stopped out by Chrome. Geno Kopp coming in hot to push that back to midfield. Chrome reading the bounce, but not the best he probably wants to. Maybe a pass though to Geno Kopp. Hot Wheels sit almost finished. Would have been an incredible play for them.
Very close. As I said, open plays. We had a good hard clear from Geno Kopp to a nice open area. Hard for them to get a counter clear, and then passing it back and forth, they almost had a great opportunity.
Oh, what a shot from Chrome. I wasn't expecting that one to go in. There was a defender, but he finds the sweet spot.
Chrome just getting a nice solid shot. Nothing too fancy. Sees an opportunity, takes it from the hard corner. The defender just too flat-footed, not ready to come out.
All tied up with 2 minutes left. Revival brings us back to an even game. See if they can bring it to the lead or if Genesis is going to turn this one around with their passing plays right now. That drops in front of the net, almost on target though. Chrome will keep this to the ground. Start a slow roll forward, but intercepted there by Classics as he moves it back towards the Revival net. Espeon with no real power there. Influence on the ball. That will go back to midfield. Good back touch from Pluto to Classics. It's going to be pushed to the side by Hot Wheels Sid though. And once again, back to midfield. No breakout and scoring opportunities for Revival at the moment. Genesis is keeping the pressure up from midfield to the Revival end.
I'm loving how spread out and then how clumped up they try and get following through, but no one really getting punished for that.
Yes, great call from Pluto there, though, knowing that two of his teammates just got blocked out by Chrome. He says, I'm not going to be like them. Goes for a fake out, and they do finally move on to offense again. 1 minute remaining in Octagon, game number 2. And we see Genesis. Wow, okay, Espeon finds the top corner. I thought that was going to bounce off.
Just fantastic placement. Espeon coming from this half. Again, nothing crazy, just a nice hard shot. They're not used to Octagon. They're not used to how long it takes to get back and where you can take shots from. I mean, everything kind of aims towards the net, so you pretty much have angles almost anywhere on the field. It's very widespread, but it gives you opportunities to swing around and get the angle.
43 seconds for this goal to be answered by Revival, and there it is, a quick one. Geno Kopp gonna put it in.
Bouncing it off the sidewall, Hot Wheels Sid. Actually, no, he bounces it perfectly into the middle for Geno Kopp. Chrome did come up for that. All three players in the half, a little bit risky, but Geno Kopp being able to put it on before they had to get paid for it.
Well, with 40 seconds left, you have to pull a little bit of risk when you're down a goal, and it works out for them. We're back to an even game. Exactly where we saw ourselves just a minute ago. Revival pulls this one back. They're not ready to give up quite yet. So we got some 6 strats too. They need to stop the strats here though from them. Oh, can they put it in Revival? Gets another one. Geno Kopp, credit for that one. Pluto just can't get the stop.
Revival turning around, Geno Cop touching it to Chrome, Chrome getting it just around that defender. Beautiful touch from Chrome to the back wall, giving it to Geno Cop, putting Pluto in one of the hardest defensive positions.
So awkward for Pluto. He did his best, but just wasn't enough. Now 24 seconds. It's on Genesis to be able to pull this one back. They're seeing themselves with the deficit as Revival looks to take game number 2 and even up the series. All they have to do is keep the lead. They don't need to get another goal. Looks like they're going to try, though. Overcommitments here could work out for them.
Way.
How did that even work? Geno Cop with another one.
They contested each other in the air. Chrome getting in the way of Hot Wheels, touching it, drops straight down. Perfectly for Geno Cop. Getting the shot. If that was planned, I am mind blown.
Calculated. That's just the next level that Revival's on. But they see themselves with a 2-goal lead with 8 seconds left. I think this one's in the bag for them, as they have figured out Octagon at the end. Just 2 really weird things. And you'll get a goal out of it. And that's going to be a game number 2 going to Revival. And we're seeing a 1-1 in the series. And I'm hoping for another game 5. Good sellies. Good sellies from Revival.
Good sellies. You know how long it took me to realize what you meant by sellies? It took us like weeks.
Wheel snipe selly, bro.
Weeks. It took me weeks to figure out what you're talking about. But Revival coming alive towards the end of that. A lot of great passing plays. Just catching Genesis off guard. That's what I like about Octagon. It's so wide towards their goal. You have a lot more spread. It's hard to contest because they're so far away. You're able to take it from the midfield. It kind of arcs in, but it's not as close-knit as a standard-shaped map.
So next up, we have normal maps, but it's going to be some crazy mutator settings. We're going into Mayhem for game number 3.
Mayhem and Mayhem. It's our first time with Mayhem.
Mid-season Mayhem. Mayhem squared. There we go. This is going to be great because it's crazy fast ball. We've seen the pinball before, so this ball is going to be going fast, but it's unlimited boost. These guys aren't going to have to. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be ingrained in their muscle memory to go for boosts on the rotations.
You're going to see it a lot.
Yeah, you're going to see people going for boosts. They don't need it, but they're going to go for it. And but it's going to be great because it's going to be fast paced. They can aerial across the entire map, no worries. This is going to be a very, very fast paced game.
Yeah, and the tough part about pinball when you don't have unlimited boost is that it's hard to reach the balls that you're not prepared for. You think you're predicting it, then you try and alter your car, but you don't have 150, 200 boost in your canister, which you need. Now they do. So I expect to see a lot more contact than we saw in our last pinball match. And on top of that, for you 6 that are playing right now, I will call you out whenever you go for boost anyways. Mostly because I find it hilarious.
Oh, it's amazing, and it will happen. Absolutely. Game at number 3 coming in between Revival and Genesis. We're sitting on the Mayhem Mutators. Super fast ball, super light, high bounciness, unlimited boost. For anyone just joining in, mid-season Mayhem, we got some craziness going on for you. This is exciting. Oh, what a touch for Pluto. Even with the underside, that thing goes fast.
We had a bump from Classics taking out the goalie, and Pluto somehow still, look at that, perfect. Sending Hot Wheels sit into the opponent's half, and Pluto, like you said, hitting that with the underside of his car, and it's still at 118 kilometers per hour.
Jeez, this is going to be absolutely ridiculous. Backboard play is already coming out for Genesis. They set up the first early goal here. Look at that thing go.
No!
What? Almost an own goal there. Classics does get back in time. This is absolutely ridiculous. I love it. Classics trying to set it up for his teammates. Pluto, unlimited boost, just boosting hard there to get back. Espion with a million touches on the wall.
Centered it.
A shot off the crossbar by Geno Cop as Espion centered it for them. A shot on net. Espion back to this again. This is incredible.
Oh, so it's got to be so hard to put these shots accurately on net. They're so fast. Whoa, what a cleave from Pluto.
You have to be so patient in net to be able to anticipate any of this. I don't even think you can at this point.
No,
it's just
there's
wait
no
it
way.
out. Wait it out until no one has possession, then go for the ball. Ridiculous touches here. Minute in, 1 goal up for Genesis. Hard shot there from Geno Cop. Revival tries to put one in, but sent it right back down to their own end. Revival has to try once again. Nice boost. 342.
That boost sounded incredible.
Yeah, that
What just happened to my ears?
that was amazing. Pluto. They're trying to figure out what's going on. This ball bounces off the roof twice. Down into the Genesis end, but right back to the Revival end. I'm sure that's going to happen a lot. In front of the net, Classic going to have to wait for this one because that's not going to be in a good spot to shoot. Geno Cop getting the pinch towards the other end, almost just off the post, and a shot wide from Geno Cop again. Hot Wheel trying to take advantage of this disoriented defense here from Genesis, but it doesn't work out. No, super wide shot from Espion does not meet the back of the net. Espeon way under on the bounce on that one. What a solid shot. Almost redirect there into the net by Espeon, but you have to try again as they do put this one towards the net. Nope, now it goes the other way.
Take a look at how they're all driving around. I just saw Espeon try and go for the big boost, but even just their routes around the field, they're so accustomed to grabbing the little boosts on the ground. I wish you could just trace their patterns, because even with unlimited boost, they're still driving perfectly over all the small ones.
Oh, is that going to roll in off the crossbar? No finish from that one. GinoCop rushing to get back. Thankfully, he had unlimited boost to get to that one, but another shot almost in the far corner. It's so hard, though, to put this ball into the net. We see a lot of shots on net, but none of them connecting with the back of it. Chance for Espeon. Chrome will set this one up hard. Roll off the roof to midfield. GinoCop to the far side. Chrome way off on that one. Pluto, long shot. We've seen him get good ones here before. I think Espeon tried to set that one up.
What a set
class. But it just goes way too hard off the roof. This is ridiculous. Can't say that enough. Pluto, that horizontal movement right now. No one could get a touch on it. Who will be the first? Chrome. Contested there, though, by Genesis. Still going horizontal. Finally some movement towards the net, but a far shot goes a little bit too wide for Revival. They're still trying to get the first goal to bring this back to a tie game.
It is tough to score. As I said, the ball goes so fast. Reacts to your car way more than you thought, but a shot from GinoCop.
Stopped out. Those are tough to defend, and when you're a net man, you're just, that ball cam has got to be nauseating. Flying back and forth. Chance. Pluto waiting for Chrome, knowing that would fly back to their own end.
People still going for boosts. It's so ingrained in their systems, they can't stop.
3 people up for that one. They all miss with a shot from Hot Wheel Sid. Classics is going to be able to stop that. And GinoCop waiting patiently. There's a hard touch out. Good call from Chrome there to wait out. He knew that was coming out super hard. But right back down to their own end. GinoCop trying to get out of the way. Classics to Pluto.
Oh, no.
Chrome getting in between the ball and Pluto on that one. As that rolls back down into the midfield. Either team trying to get control and make sense of what's going on right now. Hot Wheel Sid gets a favorable touch on that one. Chrome behind it. I love how long just all the aerial contests right now, because they have so much boost. They can contest absolutely everything.
Insane. The ball hasn't touched the ground in like the entire game. Oh, an open shot!
Hot Wheel's going to take it in. Wow, I did not expect that, coming down hard off the corner.
Classics on the back wall, I think a little like habitually trying to read that, but he should have known it would come across so fast. He tried to read it, but Hot Wheel Sid getting there in time, just slamming that in.
26 seconds left. They finally bring it back to an even game as they try to keep this game in their favor, but so hard to predict where that ball is going to go. We could see another one in the next 18 seconds as it rolls down in front of the net, but that's going to be a way hard of a bounce. GinoCop just off the post. What a good read from him, but it doesn't go
Another touch!
And Hot Wheel gets it off the roof. I don't even know what's happening.
There's no way he did this on purpose, but GinoCop shot almost gorgeous. Hot Wheel Sid just slamming it off the ceiling, hoping for the best, and it goes right into net, giving them the lead with 9 seconds.
I mean, really, what else can you do in this situation is just put it in that direction and hope it doesn't go back towards your own. They could still do this, though. One hard shot will get a goal here for Genesis to bring it back to a tie game. Chrome and GinoCop trying to just kill it out. There's the long shot they needed. Pluto is not going to be able to get up to touch that one, but there it is. A hard touch off the roof, and it drops. Revival takes game number 3 in May. I want to see that game mode again.
That was a blast. I think between unlimited boost and the ball being standard size, it gave them a little more of an adjustment to be able to make a lot more contact pinball. I saw was really difficult. I mean, the ball's small, so it changes the mechanic that you're super used to. But in general, Revival somehow squeezing that out at the very last second. That ceiling smack, just like
ceiling smack.
Why not? Just hit it.
That was absolutely incredible. Like that was so fun. It's cool, as you mentioned, everyone just going for the boost so much, but finally they adapted at the end, and you saw so many people going for contests in the air. I mean, at one point before that first goal there for Revival, there was like 4 people up in the air just contesting the ball over and over again, because they had so much boost.
Yeah.
I love how they just their game does change throughout the match, and I actually want to see a full set with like one set of these. I think that'd be incredible to see how the teams actually adapt given these new circumstances.
I mean, retreating's not as big of a thing because you can just contest everything.
Absolutely.
And honestly, you kind of have an idea, like, they're not going to be able to really accurately take a shot from down the field. So I'm just going to stay here. And if it gets cleared down, it's probably going to hit a few walls on the way there.
Honestly, if you hit it too hard, it's just going to come back to your own end anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, coming into game number 4, we have another fun one. Friendly fire. We've seen this before. Explosions everywhere. This is the Michael Bay mode, and this is going to be great. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, last time we saw it definitely changes your positioning up. You're going to find yourself just following people, but you don't want to waste too much time. They do not have unlimited boost anymore, so I might expect them to... Oh, already some demos. Hope Gibbs is counting again.
Ooh, good shot from Gino Cop. Still tries to drop that underneath that defender. But again, it's going to be a little bit slower paced. But as everyone is also going to be on their toes, watching out for any of these demos coming. Ooh, almost a close one there. Hot Wheel Sid made some contact. Gino Cobb trying to set up a play. Chrome will keep with pressure on. There's the touch out that they want. All boosted up, and there's a touch. Not the one he needed, though. Chrome gets stopped out. Million demos. And Gino Cobb has a chance to put it in. Get him down in Classics.
Classics.
What a clutch save for his team to be able to keep that one out as he gets respawned and then demoed instantly afterwards. Pluto just plows through everyone and tries to get a shot on there. Espeon going to back off now as they respawn. Revival back on the attack here. Pluto out to the midfield. Can't get it past Gino Cop. Not a lot of demos right now. Oh,
no!
Team demo! That's not what you want to have happen. Espeon has a chance in front of the net. There's the shot. A team demo coming out. They both get taken out. And now we see Genesis on the
Chrome
board.
and Gino Cup. Gino wanted to try and take this slow, and Chrome wanted to just clear it out, bumping into each other, effectively just removing 2/3 of their own team, giving them just an easy opportunity for Genesis.
Genesis up on the board. I mean, it's not the same game mode, but we've seen them come back. It's just demos every time.
Just sacrifices.
I'd give myself for my team to win this 50-50. Soft touch from Hot Wheel off the crossbar. No one going in, though, to get any explosions there. Good passing play from Gino and Hot Wheel Sid. Hot Wheel Sid keeping that one in as Espeon can't get that to the midfield. Passing play here. Chrome couldn't get the touch in that he wanted. That's going to be Pluto Classics moving up and taking out Gino Cop. Chrome, Hot Wheel Sid. This could be a scoring opportunity here. A flick almost got followed up by Hot Wheel Sid. They're both going to get taken.
It's just disastrous every time. You want to contest the ball, it's like, I'm probably not going to make it out of this alive.
Hot Wheel Sid, Gino Cop waiting back there. Gino Cop, the only one left. As he loses a teammate, a shot from Classics. What a solid shot using the corner of his car.
Classics trying to just revert to still being good at standard Rocket League. Taking the shot off the wall, following it through, getting the power on the corner of the Dominus. Just taking a solid shot.
I mean, that's what you got to do amidst all this mass confusion and explosions. If you can get a nice solid shot out, it's likely to go in, as no one really knows what's happening sometimes. Smoke screen it, demos, respawns. This is cray. Espeon is up in the air. Drops it down. Gino Cop is going to send it right back down to Chrome, though, off the backboard. Gino Cop to finish this. Almost an incredible play coming up from the man. No demos even needed. And if they can keep that up, they should be able to bring this one back. But they are still at a 2-goal deficit at that halfway point. They got a lot of time now as they almost took out the entire opposing team. Gino Cop with Hot Wheel Sid. All the spawns coming in now. Gino Cop now alone. Rushes to keep the pressure on. Chrome with a roll up the wall. Follows it himself out to Hot Wheel Sid, but out of boost. It's going to be Classics' possession. Mid-air demo. Leaves that for Pluto to move through. Slow corner play here as Revival tries to get out of their end. Espeon with a chance to shoot. And then demo just for a good measure.
Espeon beating out his teammate, sacrificing himself for the shot. Today's a good day to demo. We see Pluto, or Espeon getting there just in time. Pluto actually trying to take the demo on the goalie from behind, but it didn't matter. Espeon still had the shot.
3-goal lead now for Genesis. Revival not looking to be dealing with these explosions too well. So they're getting caught behind on the scoreboard. Trying to make a breakout here. Wow, that was some synchronized demoing going on here. 2 players left on the Revival, and they have a chance to break out, but respawns have come in. Classics Espeon back on the field. Oh, more demos, of course. Espeon now trying to take a shot. There's the softest touch is like a hand poke.
Surprisingly, we haven't seen them going for demos. A lot of the demos that we've seen this game have just been kind of circumstantial. They're just contesting the ball and bumping into each other.
I mean, really, why waste effort on going for demos when you know it's going to happen anyways, right?
Fair enough.
Espeon trying to keep that one in that other end. Approaching the final minute of gameplay here, and we see Revival down by 3 goals. If they can pull this one back and win it, the series will be over, but Genesis looking to bring it to a game number 5, and I'm thankful for that. And we're talking, as I said to Pluto before, he loves that rumble, and that'll be in their favor as long as they can maintain this lead. Hot Wheels Sid trying to get a flick. He does. Out to Chrome. Chrome way behind on that one, though. Shot going wide. That was their scoring opportunity. They threw that one away. Midfield demo leaves Classics a chance to put this one on target. He's going to get that goal off the post. And there it is, 30 seconds left, and this one's pretty much in the bag for Genesis.
Genesis is just trying to play consistent Rocket League. We haven't really seen them utilize the demos specifically, but there have definitely been some circumstances where the demos have gone in their favor.
As I said, with 30 seconds left, we're most likely looking at a game number 5. We're definitely looking at a game number 5.
That'd be the first kickoff, I think, that we didn't see somebody explode immediately. Somehow Hot Wheels and Pluto managed to stay away from each other while contesting that ball together, but Classics cheating up a little bit too much.
And as you said, though, they're playing a very, very solid just Rocket League game. They're getting good pass plays, and that's what set them ahead on this, as they made sure that confusion didn't get to them. See if they can get a couple more goals, or if someone's just going to go for a mass destruction on the field. I'd like to see that, just someone just drive around and take out as many people as possible. In this last final 10 seconds of gameplay, as 5 goals coming back from is not likely to happen. It's not going to happen, and that's going to be at 4. Game number 4, Genesis is going to take this one likely 5-0 unless a shot can go in here. It doesn't. Push this aside. They're just not going to let this one drop. There it is. 3,000 demos to finish it off. Genesis takes game number 4, and we're going to another game 5 rumble.
Classics alone getting 12 demolitions that game. If you multiply that by 6, which I'm not doing on air right now because all I've done is mess up all my math so far. But as you said, going into Rumble, standard Rumble, which means a lot more chaotic between tornadoes, swaps, forcing everyone to just boost around sporadically, not able to control your car. You know, good game 5s.
It's going to be, I love it. I love it. And again, as Pluto was saying before, it's if you communicate with your team and you strategize and you say, okay, I got this freeze, I'm going to save it, I got the boot, and you can work together with your items, you're going to come out on top. There is strategy to it. I mean, it's tough not knowing what your opponents have, but there is strategy to using these items, and it's great to see when some of these plays can come out that are like, wow, that was very calculated, like actually calculated.
Yeah, and urgent news, I've actually been updated. 12 times 6, 72. So, could be 72 demos.
Today I learned.
I want to see if
Today
Gibson
I
figured it
learned.
out. I just don't feel like sitting and doing it. I'm just, you know, I'm here to talk about Rocket League. Matt takes a back burner during these casts.
I'm just yelling at things right now. I don't want any more mental aptitude. Game number 5, Genesis versus Revival. And this is Rumble. If you're just joining in, this is going to be fun. Items all over the place. 10 seconds we have to wait, though, off the kickoff before those items appear. We'll see what they can get. The goodies. Pluto trying to get that early goal. Hot Wheels Sid making sure they don't. Items should be ready at this point. I'm sure we'll start to see them come out. There's the haymaker. Chrome a little bit too far away on that one, but Hot Wheels Sid in the net using the plunger properly. Let's go a little bit wide. Classics with the aerial. Can he get the touch?
Does he get it? He does!
Classics! Best magnet play I've ever seen.
Nobody saved any items to contest this. Classics, as soon as he knew he had control, he turned off ball game. He's like, I'm just going for net. He started boosting towards net, the ball following through, getting that last touch on the ball just to make sure it re-angles it one more time.
He had the best trajectory possible to have that magnet pull the ball alongside him and get the other touch to make sure that goes in. What a play from Classics. And now he's got the spikes. Oh but stopped
pulled
out, and then Chrome comes through with the tornado. Gets it past Pluto. Tornado now OP. taking out the spikes and the last defender.
Getting the pulse, just yanking him around in the tornado. Oh, that altered it just to the last second.
Yes.
Whipping it around the defender for Genesis.
Incredible shot from Chrome, using that tornado perfectly. He's been practicing. He just sits in practice mode with tornadoes. I am the wind. 1-1 now, all tied up in the first minute of gameplay. I'm sure we'll see a lot more goals as this is Rumble. Power shot from Pluto gets stopped out by Gino Kaba and Chrome as they try to put one in. Gino Kaba now with no power up. A Hot Wheel Sid does as he tries to get a backside on that. Gino Kaba with an easy touch on there, stopped by Classics with the fist. And a boot from Gino Kaba. The freeze doing nothing. Chrome out to Hot Wheel Sid, but Espeon gets in the way with the plunger. What a shot from him. Gino Kaba stops that one and sends it back the other way, but gets disrupted. He tried to go for the haymaker. That disruptor messed up his shot. Hot Wheel Sid beaten out there by Classics up in the air.
Oh,
get out of here, Gino Kaba. Booted by Espeon. Solid shot from Hot Wheel Sid, but just off the crossbar, using the power fist at the right time. Pluto, you're not Chrome. Get out of here. You can't do it. Hot Wheel Sid getting in the way of that one. Very close from Pluto. So he tries to use the tornado, get that in the net, setting up his teammates, but no one there to take the shot. Gino Kaba sets this one down in front of the net. No finish there from Hot Wheel Sid. So close. Off the post. Chrome just plowing through. There was a spikes there, but it gets counteracted.
Some of the most just breathtaking magnet plays we've seen this game.
What a good juke from Hot Wheel Sid to get out in front of the net for Gino Kaba with the shot. Tornadoes coming in clutch for Revival. These guys know what's going on.
Pluto getting swapped out last second, taken out a net, and then hit on top of it, just to make sure that it's the most wide open shot Gino Kaba will ever have to take.
Incredible tornado play coming up for Revival. They set themselves up 2-1, approaching that halfway mark. Game number 5, we'll see if they can get it back. Good play from Chrome, shot on net. Classics rushing to get back to that one. Classics with the boot, keeping control. He's a chance. What a swap, but it doesn't matter. That's going to go in anyways. Chrome can't get back in time.
Unfortunately, it looks like no one on Revival had any kind of pull item. No plunger, no freeze, nothing. All they do is get it past the defender. Sometimes you get a little comfortable in Rumble. You're like, one of us will have an item to save it, right? But if you come up too much and you don't have anything to help out.
I like the swap there from Pluto to help his teammate make sure that he couldn't get hit, but Classics with another quick off. There it is, 3-2 in favor of Genesis.
Might be a boring normie goal, but it was still a great play. Chrome trying to read that on the backboard, but falling a little short. He was actually pretty far off. I'm surprised he didn't try and chase that down.
Now we're finally at the 2 goals. Since I said we're approaching halfway, we're finally at that halfway mark. Pluto with a set out to the front. Chrome to the side though. Should have our powers here now. What a shot off the post. Pluto gets swapped out there. Tries to get control of it, but he can't. There's a power shot from him to the far side. Good placement, knowing he had the power.
Waiting to pull the power up last second so no one expects the power hit. Just as he lines it up, you see him proc his boost or his power hitter and just smash it into the corner.
You're right, absolutely critical to keep that hidden. Otherwise, the defender can expect those hard shots. Not that it's going to be an easy save, even if you know, but makes it more likely to be able to save it. 2 goals up for Genesis in game number 5. Gino Kaba with the shot, stopped by Classics. Hot Wheel Sid in the corner, but disrupted. And so is Classics. They try to get control. Classics takes out Pluto. The disruptors in the corner as everyone just out of control. Hot Wheel Sid with the Magnum, but booted to the side. Gino Kaba is going to back off. As that goes sent right back to what a shot from Classics off the roof with the haymaker, putting another one in for their team.
I believe this was a team play. It looks like he hit it and then just punched and it hit the corner. The sound effects make it so much better.
It's my favorite. I love that. The best is seeing that fist just come out of the corner of your screen and send that ball flying into your own net. It's comical. Incredible Chrome to Gino Kaba. They're trying to get a Normia themselves, but power-up should be spawned at this point. Oh, good job on the disruptor on Pluto there, sending them out of the way, but spikes out for Espeon, but it's on his underside. He actually turns upside down to actually keep his momentum going forward. Smart play from him, knowing he wouldn't be able to drive. Shot from Pluto. As we have a swapper Chrome on offense now. Can he get that one out to Hot Wheels Sid? Intercepted by Espeon as they desperately try to move that one back down the other field. 3 goals behind for Revival. With a minute left, this is looking hard for them, but this is Rumble. Anything can happen. Espeon just trying to keep that in the corner. Amazing, buying some time, running that clock down. Pluto getting in the way of a Hot Wheels Sid with spikes. A chance here as he aerials this one in. That's going to be a goal.
Oh!
Hot Wheels Sid using spikes as they should be used. Puts one in, only 2 goals down with 52 seconds left.
Classics actually had a counterable item, but Hot Wheels Sid got there too fast. He tried to grapple hook it off the spikes,
close.
but he couldn't get there in time. And just a quick explanation on Disruptor, you essentially target an enemy player. It forces him to boost uncontrollably, but then it also gives him full boost when he's done. So it kind of has its pros and cons.
But for about 5 seconds, it's very hard to do anything unless you're already in the air or trying to get back to your own end. Play here. I don't know what happened there. Gino Cobb with a magnet, just keeping control, trying to set up a play. Here it is through the air. Doesn't get the stuff through Espeon, though. Disruptor on Chrome. That gives Espeon and Pluto a chance to break out. Very good Disruptor here. Hot Wheels Sid is going to get a power fist towards the net. Classics gets one of his own, though, to set that back to midfield. In front of the net, Gino Cobb has a chance to put this on target. Soft there, tries to grapple it, and what a
amazing!
play! What a play from him, but it doesn't sink with 8 seconds left. This is looking like it's going to be impossible to get 2 more goals unless that goes in for Revival. And game number 5 of Genesis versus Revival is going to be going into the favor of Genesis as they pull this one back, trying to get 1 more goal for their team. And that finally touches the ground, and there it is. Congrats to Genesis.
That last shot attempt, trying to bait out the defender, getting first the weak touch, and then using the grappling hook to just speed up that shot just a little bit off target, but almost one of the coolest uses of that item that I'd seen yet.
317 ball touches.
Accurate.
Ridiculous. I love Rumble so much. That was incredible. And just classics. What a shot from him. Like, he just knows how to play Rumble. Classics was OP in that mode. Please nerf. But we're going to go back to the desk, and I'm hoping for some more Game 5s later on. But for now, they got some stuff to say.
Thanks, Leaf and Findable Carpet. Yeah, we are getting to all the Game 5s, which is wonderful for our purposes because Rumble turns out to be pretty cool when played at the very highly competitive level. That being said, let's take another look at that one to see how Genesis took down Revival in this Mobile 1 high-performance replay.
And then Espeon was able to carry that through and get it just up to Pluto, who put that in. I thought all players from Genesis contributed equally to this win, but maybe Classics a little bit more than that.
Yeah, Pluto started off very hot, scoring goals in all 3 of the first games that they played, but it was Classics who stepped up, getting a hat trick in both games 4 and 5, getting himself a Savior medal in game 5. The way that he played up at the end really helped carry Genesis.
And it was neck and neck the whole way. Revival taking games 2 and 3. They looked to be pretty fierce, and then especially in game number 4, though, for Genesis, they just started to pull away.
They really, really did. It was really interesting that game 4, Gibbs wasn't on the desk, so I counted how many demos there were. There were 54, close to the 72 the Carpet was guessing there. And we had exterminations from all 3 players on the side of Revival.
The demos?
I did. I just sat there and just tallied them, just watched the kill counter up in the corner. 54. And there were exterminations, which means they got 10 demos each from Chrome, Hot Wheels Sid, and Gino. But that wasn't enough to give them the win. Genesis able to carry it through, especially on the play from Classics.
Yeah, and Revival almost taking it, right? They were up in that series. Genesis had to come back to win the series, which means Genesis is advancing to the semifinals. Let's take a look at the bracket. Of course, we started with 8 teams. Single elimination, best of 5s, crazy arenas and mutators and Rumble. It all comes down to G2 eSports versus Exodus in the first semifinal and Take 3 versus Genesis in that second semifinal.
And you see 3 out of the 4 first round series went to 5 games.
They did. They were so close.
And even the Deception versus G2 game, every single one of those games in the 3-0 was a 1-goal game. So it has been so tight today.
It's been very, very close, and we still have the opportunity. We might have the Bible rivalry for the grand finals. If Exodus and Genesis win, that would be such a clutch way to end the day.
We already have that for next week.
We do. They're going to play again next week as well.
For league play. So that means we're about to get started with the semifinals. Again, best of 5s throughout, all the way to the finals. The next match is going to be G2 eSports versus Exodus. G2 eSports, the defending world champions. Exodus, the hottest team in Rocket League. A lot of people might say right now they're looking pretty darn good. But that's coming up next, which means, guess what? we need some help. You guys have to vote. We have to figure out what these guys are going to do. So go to the Twitch chat right now. There's a straw poll for you to vote on to decide which 2 arenas they're going to be playing standard Rocket League on, and then which mutators we're going to be using. Of course, if it's a 3-0, we won't be using the 4th mutator. So make sure you vote accordingly. What do you guys want to see?
I want to see cube ball again. That was a lot of fun. I forget that. Yeah, it was super cubic. That's what I want to see.
That'll be interesting. We haven't seen rebound yet. That's a new one. That would be kind of interesting to see.
What would G2 want, and then what would Exodus want? Do you think?
I don't know. G2 was looking really good on the Rumble modes. They did the very, very excellent on that
Fisticuffs?
fisticuffs. So I bet they vote for fisticuffs.
Okay. All right.
Cool.
Well, get voting in the chat. Again, the next match is going to be the start of the semifinals here in the midseason Mayhem. It's G2 eSports versus Exodus. We're going to take a quick break from the Rocket League Championship Series. You're watching the midseason Mayhem. We'll be right back.